Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Political Vigilante. My name is Graham Elwood. Just so you know, I'll show you. I'm wearing this Ute Nation Super PAC. So this is there's my microphone. Political Action Committee, not a Super PAC, just a PAC. So if you go to utepac.org, I believe, I'll put the link in the show notes below. They are a political action committee of Native American tribes that are fighting to protect Bears Ears in Utah. The Ute tribe is in Utah. And they're fighting a bunch of other issues that, like Orrin Hatch and a lot of other fine citizens are trying to take land from them. And so if you donate money to this PAC, you get a shirt. You get a really cool shirt. So again, I'll put the link in the show notes below. And I'm trying to set up an interview with one of the people over there, Sean Chapuz, who's been pretty vocal, but they're very busy. So I'm trying to set that up, and I was turned on to that by Patreon supporters. You guys have been fantastic. So Chris Lund turned me on to that, and let me bring up all of the information that I want to talk to you about. But this article that I'm doing, the subject that I'm bringing up for this video was brought up by Ernestine Wolf. This is what you get at the Patreon, the $5 level. There's a lot of great ways to support the show, and I need it because YouTube just demonetized 4 more videos of mine last week, quickly, within a day. So Jimmy Dore was talking about, he had a video demonetized. He was uploading it. He didn't even have a title in it yet, and they just demonetized it because it was coming from him. So that's what's going on, everybody. So it's something that it's very clear. They're coming after progress. They just don't want us to talk about this stuff. So I need your support more than ever. And as I say, vote with your dollar. So I donated $100 to these guys, and I'm happy to do it. So here's what Ernestine Wolf wanted to talk about. I'll read you what she said, and it's a really interesting thing. She goes, "Hi, Graham. I've recently been mulling over the Russia hacking narrative, and it occurred to me that before the 2016 election, Corp media was all about Chinese hacking. Since 2016, crickets. I think you remember the example from below from 2015, which was pretty huge. It seems to me that Corp media has been conspicuously mute about China in general, even when they are discussing North Korea, which in decades past was considered a mere appendage to China." That's a very, very valid point. China is spoken about. I've seen China spoken about in the last couple months with regards to they're helping the North Koreans a little bit, but it's definitely, we need Russiagate. Russiagate does several things. We're not talking about the DNC lawsuit, right? We got to protect our elections from foreign invaders. What about, then we should be, the corporate media should be just as adamant about getting to the bottom of what happened with the DNC in 2016, but they're not. And China hacking is a legitimate issue. So, and there's several links that Ernestine gave me. Let me just bring you this point. In June of 2015, the records of 21.5 million people, including social security numbers, dates of birth, addresses, fingerprints, and security clearance related information, are stolen from the United States Office of Personal Management. Most of the victims are employees of the United States government and unsuccessful applicants to it. The Wall Street Journal and the Washington Post report that government sources believe the hacker is the government of China. That's from 2015. Weird that we're not talking about that. This is a very valid point. And the thing is, we've discussed many times on this show during the super chats and stuff, like, it's okay to investigate. Like, okay, did Russia hack our election? Sure, let's investigate it. But why are we not investigating anything else? We need Russia as the enemy. We need China kind of as an enemy, but China owns 60% of our debt. So that's why we don't go after China that publicly. Because China calls in our debt, we're in trouble. Now, China kind of needs us because we buy a lot of their products. But as China's middle class keeps growing, they might not need us as much. And since China and Russia are starting to not want to use, American currency, the petrodollar and stuff like that. But I'm going to read this article that was submitted by Ernestine. That was in the Department of Justice. This came out November 27th of 2017. U.S. charges 3 Chinese hackers who work at internet security firm for hacking 3 corporations for commercial advantage. An indictment was unsealed today against Wu Jingzhao, Dong Hao, and Zi Li, all of whom are Chinese nationals and residents of China, for computer hacking, theft of trade secrets, conspiracy, and identity theft directed at U.S. and foreign employees and computers of 3 corporate victims in the financial, engineering, and technology industries between 2011 and May 2017. This is... why is this being... That sounds pretty significant. We're not talking about this? It just goes to show you, when the fact that this isn't being reported, that's the question, my number one question with the Russia hacking, or the Russiagate narrative is, why is it the only thing that's being discussed? So China is sent hackers, this is what they do. We do it to them. And yet, why is this not mentioned? It's really, and this just goes into, and I'll put this link in here below, and it's just the government document. They, like this one guy, defendant Wu against Trimble in 2015 and 2016. Trimble was developing a global navigation satellite system technology designed to improve the accuracy and location data of mobile devices. In January 2016, while this project was in development, Wu accessed Trimble's network and stole files containing commercial business documents and data pertaining to the technology, including Trimble trade secrets. In total, between December 15 and March 16, Wu and other co-conspirators stole at least 275 megabytes of data, including compressed data, which included hundreds of files that would have assisted a Trimble computer in developing, providing, and marketing a similar product without incurring millions of dollars in research and development costs. Little corporate espionage. This other defendant, Dong, in 2014 accessed Siemens computer networks for the purpose of obtaining and using employees' usernames and passwords in order to access Siemens' network. In 2015, the co-conspirators stole approximately 407 gigabytes of proprietary commercial data pertaining to Siemens' energy, technology, and transportation business. They did it to Moody's too. So this is pretty significant. And I would suggest reading this article, and I'll put in another story that that came out in December of 2017 about Chinese hackers go after think tanks when they went after these websites. So it's really, yeah, this is really fascinating stuff, and it's more information that's like, this is not in the mainstream media. The mainstream media is not talking about this at all. And you guys keep track of it, and then you send it to me, and now I can send it out to more people, which is awesome. That's why you're all political vigilantes, and you are all making Gotham great. Thanks for watching.